Time is currently about 11:30. Not working today because I'm somewhat busy today. I've got to take a lateral flow test later on today, or whatever test it is, COVID related, to make sure that I'm then suitable to go around to my friend's house to have a New Year's party, because today's the last day of 2021. So yeah, basically got a New Year's party later on this evening. Won't be filming it, however, just mentioning it. The vlog will be finished by that point, I imagine. So I've only just woken up properly because last night, or even this morning, finished off the editing for yesterday's vlog, but it wasn't until about 2 in the morning that I ended up finishing it with the rendering and everything. So obviously needed to get my 8 hours. So I'm going to start off this morning like I always do with most mornings when I'm off and I don't have anything else to do work related. Basically when I've got my free time is doing some reading. So I've got a few books here that I'll be reading. I've read maybe a chapter or so with each one. This one, first of all, is the Spanish one, Sobrevivir al Ángel de la Muerte. It's Surviving the Angel of Death. Basically, it's a Spanish book to do with like Auschwitz. It's not originally written in Spanish. I believe it's originally written in English, but the person who is the author, Eva Kor, she's Romanian, I believe. She was from, I guess back then the borders were different and everything, but basically Romania. But I don't think the book was written in Romanian, as far as I'm aware. But regardless, I've read this book maybe 3-4 times, but I'm reading it again because I enjoy reading it. It's obviously a topic which is quite serious. I enjoy history and everything to do with World War II especially, and also every time I read this book, it always just gives me more vocabulary that I don't pick up previously. So obviously, every time I read it, I pick up more words, and that helps me to understand more of the language. So this is basically study material, as well as all the other books that I have as well that are in other languages. So that's one book that I'll be starting off reading. I did a little bit of reading of that yesterday as well. The next one is also another Spanish book. We'll do this one next, is Harry Potter y el Cáliz de Fuego. So it's basically the 4th Harry Potter book, as you can see up there. Yeah, that's the 4th installment of the Harry Potter series. Again, it's in Spanish. Obviously, from the title, you can see that I'm this far through, which doesn't look too much, but it's actually, how many pages is that so far? 200 pages, roughly. And also, the pages are quite, even though it's a thick book, right? There are almost 700 pages in this one. And also, the pages are quite dense. Like, they're very full of like words. Some books you'll get and it's like a massive gap at the top and at the bottom, whatever. No, these Harry Potter books are very dense, very long to get through. But I've got through the first 3 of them, and I'm now obviously this far through the Spanish ones. With the Polish ones, I'm only on the 2nd one because it's harder for me to read in Polish, because I have to find the audiobook, especially for the Polish ones. With the Spanish ones, I still listen to the audiobook as well while reading to help me understand more. But with the Polish ones, the audiobooks are harder to get a hold of, especially if you don't want to pay for them. I don't even think an official Polish audio has been done for the Harry Potter series, or at least I haven't found them anyway. Whereas the Spanish ones, you can just go on YouTube and there's like the entire thing in like one long video. And so that's what I do as well. I just listen to the audio, and basically that's my study for when I'm doing that. I don't understand as much when I'm reading like Harry Potter. It's very advanced vocabulary, and obviously like a lot of it's also vocabulary that you don't really need to use, like wizardry and all that. So basically I'm just reading these Harry Potter books mainly to learn more vocabulary. It's just a way for me to expose myself to a ton of words, because if I'm reading chapter upon chapter, look at how many words there are for me to expose myself to. And that's only one book, so I read a chapter or 2 whenever I can, and that really exposes me to extra vocabulary, exposes me to more of the language. Though it's not obviously revolved around Spanish or anything, or Polish or whatever other language it's in. It's very much an English series. You know, I know Harry Potter fairly well. I've not even seen all the films. I've still got 7 and 8 to see, I think, at some point, even though I am British or whatever. But yeah, reading the books, I just enjoy doing it. Also, the artwork is really nice. It's actually slightly better in the Polish artwork, just because the on the side, this is all like shiny and stuff. But regardless, I enjoy reading these books, and it's very easy for me to read them, even though the vocabulary is very advanced. So that's that book as well that I'll be reading, maybe a chapter or 2 this morning. And then I'll move over to my Polish, we have this book, Maui Książę, which is The Little Prince. And basically, I have this as well in Spanish. It's somewhere in my room. I don't know where because I've got books in various locations. But basically, it's a lot more of a simple read. Though it's in Polish, so obviously make it as simple as you want. But essentially, it's a story originally written in French, and it's aimed at kids. And basically, yeah, I've got this in Spanish as well. I've read it both in Spanish and in Polish, like all the way through. But again, I use it to basically try and help me understand Polish more. My Polish isn't as advanced as my Spanish. I've only been learning Polish for just under a year now. So I still have a lot of like reading and whatnot and learning to do in Polish. And so this is quite a small book in comparison. If we compare it to Harry Potter, for example, you can see the difference. This is like 150 odd pages, I think. So not even that. It's barely 100 pages. So this is about 100 pages long, and I just like to read it when I can. I've already read through it, like I said, like 2 or 3 times already, but whenever I can, I just open it up, read a couple pages, and that way I expose myself to a bit more Polish every day as well. So that's how I'm going to be starting off my morning, and then from there, I don't know what I'll be doing. Probably editing some videos or something or other, maybe listen to some language podcasts or something. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that's basically my morning so far. Is just, yeah, reading some books. I've only just woken up and got ready and everything, so I haven't long been up. But anyway, I'm gonna get into this book. Let's go. So I've made myself some pasta with cheese. The time is now 2:22. I've spent the good majority of the past few hours learning Spanish. Like, by learning, I mean doing reading and stuff. So yeah, I've been reading those. I'm going to take a break, eat some food. I've got my video from yesterday uploading currently on the other channel. And then once I've done that and once I've relaxed for a bit, I'm going to try and do some Polish reading. And once I've done that, I guess watching some TV, and just basically I spend all of my day when I'm off of work or whatever learning languages. So I have Polish to do, and I also have my Japanese to do as well, because I've recently introduced Japanese into the mix just because it's a different language family, and also it's one that I really wanted to like study for a long time. So Japanese is something that I'm slowly introducing. So I'm doing Japanese on Duolingo actually, just to learn the script, as well as WaniKani, which is a website where you can use to learn Japanese basically. But it's a paid subscription. I get to pay for it because I don't have $300 or pounds or whatever to pay for WaniKani at this moment in time. But I will probably be doing some Duolingo, Babbel, with Polish, whatever. But Duolingo is only one that I do with Japanese, and that's only really to learn the script. With Babbel, I'll be doing Polish. I'll do a couple lessons on Babbel, do some reading in Polish, and just, yeah, that's my study routine, really. And then if I get chance to, I'll watch something on the TV as well in one of those languages. But that's basically what I do when it comes to my learning languages. It's nothing special, I guess. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, I enjoy doing the reading aspect, I enjoy the watching TV aspect, I enjoy the whole thing, basically. Regardless of what app I use, I enjoy it. It's just some apps work, in my opinion, way better than others. Duolingo not working so well, but Duolingo happens to have quite a good system when it comes to learning the script. I find anyway. So even if I'm not properly going to be learning other languages like Arabic, for example, or Korean at the moment, I can use Duolingo to learn the script, for learning the Arabic script, for learning the Korean script, for learning the whatever other scripts there are to learn on Duolingo. So Duolingo is good for that, and it's good for learning scripts, because I find if you learn a script, you'll look at the language, like for example Arabic, in a completely different way. So at some point in the future, I'd like to learn those scripts just to be more comfortable with looking at the language, because you know, a Westerner's view on the Arabic language can sometimes be quite skewed and whatever. Whereas I find it quite interesting to look into it and actually understand what's written, as opposed to just seeing a bunch of scribbles. Anyway, I'm going to eat my food before it goes cold. Into the learning. after spending most of the day so far just like language studying, I'm going to spend like maybe half an hour to an hour just sort of watching some videos that are in my recommended, just to you know, relax for a bit before getting back into doing more language learning. I may even watch like Spanish videos like this that are recommended to me because I watch them somewhat daily. They are sometimes recommended to me on my recommended. So yeah, we're just going to chill for a bit anyway and just watch some DV basically. I'm done with my editing. The uploading is still happening. It's still got 20 minutes to upload. Right now my brain is fried from doing my Spanish, Polish and Japanese as well. Especially the Japanese is really, really confusing even for me to like read the kanji and the hiragana and the katakana. I'm sure it's something I'll get used to. I'm only a week or two in it, to be honest, and I'm not going at it like full like I would do Spanish or Polish because I'm still at the early stages trying to learn the writing system so I can actually read in it before I go full on into that language. So once I can read in Japanese, then I will start reading in Japanese like I do with my other languages. You know, that's been the thing of today, hasn't it? Just reading in other languages and studying it and whatnot. But like I say, that's what I do on my days off anyway, so just going to relax for a bit anyway and watch some YouTube and really catch up on the creators that I watch as well. Let me give you a little thing that I do that maybe might help you. Go onto your VPN, for me it's Surfshark, change it to the country you would like to learn, the language that you would like to learn. For me, let's go over to Poland, Warsaw, and connect to Warsaw. Connecting. Connecting. Are we going to connect? I hope we connect. It's the one I use the most. It should connect. I think because we're still uploading, it's taken its time, but it has uploaded. Uploaded? It's connected to Poland, Warsaw, as you can see there. So we're now, as far as the internet's concerned, or as far as the provider's concerned or whatever, we are in Poland. So we go onto here, and we click on a video. Let's hope it gives us an advert. Basically, that's what I do, and it does two things. One, it keeps me up to date with my languages. If I'm having a really off day and I just really can't bother to read because it takes a lot of energy to read, I can't bother to use any of the apps to like do a study course or whatever for 15 minutes because maybe I don't have enough time. But somehow I find time to like watch YouTubers that I like to watch. At least I can watch the adverts in Spanish or Polish or Japanese. That way I get a quick little snippet of the language. I see how much I can understand of the advert in very short bursts. Also, I get to support the creators that I love to watch. In this situation is IBX Toycat, who does geography videos and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, I feel like it just works so well because you get a little bit of your language and also you get to support the creators that you like to watch as well, without having to, yeah, like feel like you have to watch adverts because they're just adverts. But for me, watching the adverts in other languages is really fun and a short, quick burst way of getting extra language in. So if you like to learn languages and you have a VPN, use this to your advantage. Feels a little bit better. I always like to shave every like 2 days or something because I hate having like facial hair. Just for me it doesn't look nice and it's awful and it doesn't grow out well. But anyway, I have Chinese, so I have a spring roll, special fried rice, and I also have salt and chili chicken as well. Eat this, and that's probably it for today's video because, as I say, I'm heading out to a house party of some sort for New Year's Eve. Yeah, not much really that I'm going to record at the party, if anything. Well, I do have one of these, which I'm taking with me. Look at the size of this beer. I'm not sure if you can see the size of it in there, but that's... I mean, it's a massive can. It's a litre can. I don't even have anything to compare it with, really. But you're just going to have to trust me. It's fucking huge. For anyone who would like to know, this is the brand. I've had it once before. I actually liked it. So this is what I'm going to be drinking tonight. as well as some Baileys. This is what I'll be drinking tonight. This is the 1 litre can compared with a 1 litre bottle of Baileys. As you can see, it's got a personalised label right there, Jamie's Baileys, and then a couple bottles of styrofoam. I've just dropped one. This is one of my favourite beers, I would say. It's a Czech beer, established in Prague, and it's just a really nice beer. Problem I go to every time I go to a pub or something like that is a styrofoam, or if I can't get that, I'll get an Estrella instead, because again, really like an Estrella, or a Birra Moretti. Birra Moretti is also pretty decent. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. Day 2 of the daily vlogs. Yeah, I'm about to go out and enjoy my New Year's. Go for a party. I need to obviously change my clothes and that, but I won't bother doing that in the vlog. Yeah, I'd quickly say thank you for watching. Enjoy your New Year's if you're watching this around New Year's, which you're probably not, but enjoy your New Year's, and yeah, see you for the next video. Have a good one, and bye. Well, it's 2022. It's currently like 2 in the morning, so it's been a couple hours since the big countdown and everything. I'm walking home with a big Domino's pizza, half of a Domino's pizza, because I could only eat half, and I've just dropped some on the floor. Great. Yeah, if I put this in the video, Happy New Year to everyone who's watching, and let's make 2022 a fucking great year. Enjoy yourselves. I'll see you for more vlogs in 2022.